My name's Maddie Van Doren, and I did my interactive bulletin board over 4th grade class, and the standard I chose was Geometry B4 1 through 2, Understanding components of angles and measuring angles, identifying, estimating angles and their measurements, drawing and measuring angles in the whole number degree using a protractor. So my objective was students will be able to identify and measure obtuse, acute, right angles with a 90% accuracy. My key questions before I got started and while we were studying these things earlier in the week were: what are the qualifying factors for obtuse angles, what are the qualifying factors for acute angles, and what are the qualifying factors for right angles. The background knowledge that the students have are they've already had instruction on angles, which we started yesterday. This would be a center during my math time that the students could go and work in. I made mine into puzzle pieces, and the students would have to measure them and then figure out which pieces they all went together. For our visually impaired student, I made the cards larger so it'd be easy for him to see. These cards are made out of cardstock, but in my real classroom I might even laminate them so they would last longer and put a little piece of, put some magnets on the back so that they could stick to a magnetic surface such as a filing cabinet. I made some of the angles more difficult, like a 100-degree angle. I even oriented the angles in different directions so that they would be more difficult for the students. An extension activity after my accelerated students got finished was they could go around the classroom and label different angles in the class, which would also help our ELL students so they'd be able to see the words over and over. This, I would also put our ELL students together with middle range students and all the ELL students together so they could help each other. And so then they just piece these together, and they could either work against each other as like a game and a race, or they could work against a little timer and see who could get the fastest time on getting them all together. As a summative kind of wrap up for my lesson, I'm going to have these 3 questions. Draw an angle with a 165 degrees. That's 165 degrees. Draw an acute angle using a protractor and label the degrees it is. And then estimate an angle of your paper's corner by looking at it and write the degrees and type of angle it is. This is my IBB project for a 4th grade class.